All right, guys, Adam Trigger here. It is Friday, and if you're betting Major League Baseball tonight, you're going to want to check out this video. I'm going to give you three opinions, three free picks, a side, two sides, one total. We're talking two different games, and we're going to get right into it. Pirates, Twins. Listen, it is you're paying a premium, no doubt about it, on the number being 7, but I still think you probably have to look at the under here. I also think there might be a little bit of value with the Pirates at plus money, depending on what the Twins lineup looks like when they finally release their lineup today. So, biggest thing I'm going to be looking for here is Byron Buxton in the lineup for the Twins tonight. Got hit on the hand, left Wednesday's game with an injury, did not play yesterday. I'll be interested to see if he's playing here tonight because, even though he's one guy, I really feel like he's the heart and soul of this Twins team from an offensive standpoint. This isn't a great Twins lineup as it is. And I think when he's not in there, and we've seen stretches where Buxton has been out, the Twins just don't pack that same punch offensively. And let's be honest, they don't have a sort of top lineup as it is. So you take a guy out, you take a guy like Buxton out, I do think it makes a difference. You want to talk about bad lineups, that's the Pittsburgh Pirates. They are dead last in home runs this year. That matters because if you're going to beat Joe Ryan, typically it's via the long ball. Joe Ryan is another top starter in Major League Baseball. His one flaw, leaving the ball up and having a ball hit out of the ballpark against him. No team has hit fewer home runs than the Pittsburgh Pirates this year. The Pittsburgh Pirates are second to last in WRC plus in the league. The only team worse is the historically bad Colorado Rockies. Paul Skeens needs no introduction. You know he's going to go out, give you 6-7 good innings. The question is the bullpen going to be able to hold up? I happen to like both of these bullpens, especially when rested. The Twins have some really good leverage arms down in that bullpen. The Pirates don't get enough credit for sort of remaking their bullpen in season. If you go back to March, David Bednar was a disaster. They had to send him back down to the minors. Since then, he's come back up, been very productive. They've brought Braxton Ashcraft up, sort of turned him into a reliever. He's been great. So I think the pitching's going to be pretty strong here. I don't really care for either lineup. So under 7 is my free pick in this game. And I'll also throw out the Pirates on the money line. If Buxton is out for the Twins, I think that Pirates play has a little bit more value. But still, I got this near around a coin flip for the game. So if you're going to give me plus 115 in a coin flip, that's, at least worth a look. All right, great special going on at WagerTalk right now. Rest of the Major League Baseball season for less than $3.50 a day. I had a huge June in Major League Baseball. Was number one on the site in the month of June. Major League Baseball, 22-8, 21-8, something like that. Took me from being negative for the year well into the positive. And, that's what we plan to continue as we go on throughout the season. A little bit over even for the full year right now as it stands on July 11th. But I am very confident in a big second half. I truly believe August is a sweet spot for betting Major League Baseball. If you are locked into Major League Baseball, August, when the trade deadline comes up, rosters start to change, the NFL comes back, and suddenly the books have a little bit more to pay attention to with the NFL coming back. They're starting to get hit on preseason games, college football futures, and you have all this roster movement in Major League Baseball. August is the sweet spot, in my opinion, for betting MLB, and I'd love to have you along with me. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to call anyone out, but on September 1st, you're going to see a lot of Major League Baseball handicappers. Suddenly, you're not going to be able to find them. They're going to be on the milk carton. You're not going to be able to find them. They're going to be over betting football. I promise you will never get that from me. I am here to grind Major League Baseball out from now right through the World Series, September 1st to September 30. My main sport is baseball, so you are not going to get any less baseball content from me just because football is back. Football is secondary for me, always will be. Major League Baseball, college basketball are my number 1A and 1B for me, and so I'll be here to grind it out with you August, September. I think we're going to have a huge second half, so I hope you join me for that. All right, let's get another free play. Let's go out west to West Sacramento. the West Sacramento A's, even though they don't like to be called that, at Sutter Health Park tonight. They're going to take on the Blue Jays. I'll tell you what, Blue Jays were always going to be in for a letdown at some point in that White Sox series. Props to them for actually leaving Chicago with 2 of 3. Now, this is a team that had just came off a sweep of the Yankees. They had an 8-game winning streak. They were playing as good as you could possibly play, swept the Angels. And then they have to go to Chicago. It screamed letdown, and they came out and won the first 2 games of that series. Believe the win streak ended at 9. Finally lost in the series finale on Wednesday. Had a day off yesterday, and I think they're going to get right back to their winning ways here. You want to talk about motivation and teams going into this final weekend, potentially kind of go through the motions, go to sleep. I just don't think that that's going to be the Toronto Blue Jays. They are 2 games ahead of the Yankees. And with any sort of success this weekend against a very inferior A's team, they can get to the All-Star break in first place in the American League East. It can't be underestimated. I don't even know if that's the right word choice. I think it's understated. That's probably the correct word choice. How important that is for the Jays. If it was the other way around, Yankees, Red Sox, teams that are used to being at the top of this division, they probably don't care. It's not a big deal. To the Blue Jays, I truly believe getting to the All-Star break in the lead in this division is a big deal and would be viewed as a massive accomplishment. And I think they're going to do it. And I think they're going to win this game tonight. Luis Severino is on the mound for the A's. He has as bad of numbers in his home ballpark that I think any regular starter has ever had in recent history, certainly that I can remember. In 11 starts at Sutter Health Park, Luis Severino is 0-8 with a 7.04 ERA, and opponents are hitting .298 against him. He has been outspoken about not liking the ballpark, not liking the city. The A's don't really feel at home there. It's a AAA ballpark. You have these guys like Severino and some other guys who have been in the big leagues for a very long time. They're veterans. And now suddenly, they're walking out to left field to go to the clubhouse. The A's players have been vocal. They do not like playing there. They do not want to be there. And it's really messed with Severino. On top of that, it's a smaller ballpark, and there's a lot of cheap home runs. The ball doesn't necessarily carry like some of the other PCL locations, but it seems to play like more of a hitter's park. And without a doubt, there are some smaller dimensions, and there are some cheap long balls in this park. It's really affected Severino. He has been dismal pitching at Sacramento this year, and he's about to face another lineup that has just been firing all cylinders, 1 through 9. The Blue Jays, great at-bats, top to bottom in this order. They've been relentless, and I don't see any reason to think that that won't be the same here. Now, on the other side, I do think you pay a premium for the name Max Scherzer. And, I would say the price is about right here at minus 145. But even though Scherzer's not like the Max Scherzer of old, he's still been very good. He's still been effective. He might only go 4 or 5 innings. He's not as economical, at least right now. At least he hasn't been. But he's striking guys out, and he's getting through 4 or 5 innings, keeping his team in the game. I'll take that here with a rested Jays bullpen. I like this Blue Jays bullpen, especially the leverage guys like Jeff Hoffman and, Chad Green is having a really good season. They've been very, very good. The one thing that the Jays lack is bullpen depth, but when you're getting their top arms, which you will likely get behind Scherzer tonight, this is a very good bullpen in my opinion. And I have no issues. If Scherzer's only 4 or 5 innings, no problem. We'll take the Yariel Rodriguez. They've got arms that can fill in the rest of those innings and do it well. The West Sacramento A's, I'll continue to say that facetiously because they don't want to be called Oakland and they don't want to be called West Sacramento. They just want to be called the Athletics. Regardless of what you call them, they're not good against good teams. 16-37 against teams above 500, the better teams in the American League. The Blue Jays are certainly one of those teams. They enter play with a 54-39 record. The A's, got some confidence knocking around the hapless Braves the last couple days, but this is a step up in class, and Severino has been horrific on this mound so far this season. I think you've got to like the Blue Jays minus 145 as a free pick there. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Hope everyone had a really good first half. Again, I've got that special on my page right now, wt.buzz/AT, that'll take you to the end of the MLB regular season. It's been a solid first half so far. I know we're going to do better in the second half than we've done in the first half, which has been good. So, again, hope to have you with me. I also have a 4%er up for tonight. Let's finish the first half strong, have a big second half, and good luck to everyone this weekend betting Major League Baseball.